Back courtside in Wise Pies Arena, Lobo 78, Wyoming 71 final. You're locked into Lobo basketball post-game show. Time for our Delta Dental coach's comments, brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. We welcome in Lobo Associate Head Coach Chris Harriman. And Harry, I have a feeling Coach Steele's going to keep sending you out. It's 3 times now after 3 dubs. You guys have put together 3 in a row. First off, great to see you, and congrats on a big win.
Thank you very much. Coach sends his deepest apologies, laid out on the locker room like Larry Bird right now. His back is spasming, and he's a mess. So he's got the doctors looking at him. He'll be fine, but he sends his apologies. You got to listen to my bad Australian accent for the next 10 minutes.
No, we've had some great feedback, actually, from fans, loving to get a different perspective and hearing from you. And as you pointed out to me before, you've done a lot of this because at previous stops in your career, you've been asked to do this. And it is fun to get a little bit different perspective. What was different about New Mexico's 3-point field goal defense in the second half? Because they shot at 50% first half, and then you guys kind of locked them up a little bit in the second half.
You know, again, Rob, I think it's just the urgency. I mean, it's simple as that. You know, you'd like to say it's a schematic difference. We started doing things different. We did exactly the same thing in the second half as we did in the first half. We just did a lot better and with more urgency. You know, it's funny, I just talked to Elijah Brown. I was all over Elijah at halftime. You know, I thought he was very lethargic. I thought he was a little bit unaware at times, and I didn't like his urgency at all. Second half, I thought he did a much better job. They're a really tough team to cover because they're coming at you with 5 guys that can make shots. They spread the floor on you. It's a little bit, you know, I guess untraditional for a team like us, and we're a big team. So I just think, Rob, we had better urgency. I think we closed out better with a high hand. I think we did a better job breaking their rhythm. And like I said, sometimes the law of averages figures itself out too.
Yeah, I know you run the defensive, but on the offensive side, I noticed inside it was because of their bigs. Tim had a hard time getting some looks in and around the basket.
He really did. They're long. I mean, they're a long team, and they've got good athletes, and they make it difficult on you, and they tried to do a really good job of taking away his catches, which I thought they did. I will say this, you know, I'll take Tim Williams every day of the week. I think it'll be fine. But with that being said, I thought Tim did some really good things defensively. His attitude was phenomenal in huddles especially. So, yeah, he'll be just fine.
There were some occasions where they were able to post up as you were switching on some of those dribble handoffs and ball screens, that they were able to get a guard on a couple of their bigs down low and got some opportunities. But it looks like you were able to adjust to that as well.
Yeah, we tried to do that in the last couple of minutes, Rob. That's a great question. I thought that they really tried to expose some switches, not just in the post, but also on the offensive glass. So, again, they're going to make their adjustments. We have to make ours, too, and I thought we did that. It's tough. Poor Jalen's 150 pounds soaking wet, you know, out there guarding 6'9" guys at a 230. So he's fighting like crazy. Got us in a little bit of foul trouble, but you can't get beat on tough twos as much as we've seen in here, getting beat on threes down the stretch. So I thought we did a good job.
Hunter and I talked about this, Harry. You didn't have 2 double-digit bench guys in this game like you did, or should I say role players, like you had previous 2 games against Boise State and Colorado State. But you mixed and matched tonight, I thought. In the first half, great bench minutes from Jordan Hunter. Dane Kuiper was very influential in the first half, I thought. Then in the second half, now here comes Damian Jefferson and delivers off the bench for you. So, you know, Coach Steele talked about the 3rd and 4th scorer. It doesn't have to be the same guy each night, and often it can be multiple guys, you know, adding up to double digits, right?
Absolutely, and I thought Damian came in and gave us huge minutes late. Obviously hit a big 3. They don't know who he is yet. I think everybody will know eventually. Hunter, you and I have talked several times. I mean, he's going to be a hell of a player. Yeah. He's just trying to figure it out. He's trying to understand the nuances of the game and scouting and all those type things. But he came in, hit a big 3, and then a nice drive. Unfortunately, he missed 2 free throws late, but I thought he was terrific. You know, but everybody gave a great effort tonight, especially in the second half. I was really pleased with Dane early, like you said. Jordan did a nice job for us. We're starting to find the lineup a little bit late, where we can maybe play 2-point guards, better free throw shooting, better job handling the ball. I thought Coach did a really, really good job of giving these guys confidence, and I'm just happy to get a win in here tonight for these fans.
The closing out the game and the game management, the last 2 minutes of the game, I thought you guys did an excellent job. Like you said, the sense of urgency in terms of guarding the 3.
Right.
But when you talk about Jefferson, and I even said it on the air, this is when freshmen grow up to realize how important free throws are.
Yeah.
I mean, he missed those last 2 free throws
right
at the, you know, and there was still 33 seconds left in the game, and
right.
So he's going to learn. He's
Sure.
going to get there. But
Sure.
I thought you guys did an excellent job of closing out the game management, finishing it out, because there was still time on the clock. And Wyoming, the way they shoot that three.
Yeah, they keep coming.
And we've seen that. We've seen that movie before, right?
Yeah, we have. That's why this was so important, to play the way we did in this place. I thought, and we talked about this on the plane, guys. We went out and did a really nice job on the road. We got 2 really, really big-time wins, and I thought that was good for our guys. We got a little bit of confidence back. Came in here. This is a hell of an environment, obviously. Our fans are phenomenal, and we owed it to them tonight to play this game and to close it out. I thought they were fantastic. I thought there was a lot of energy in the building, and we hope they can come in here after dinner on Tuesday for the 9 o'clock game and be here with us again.
Thought about this, too, and it was a short while back at the end of a ball game. I remember Jalen Harris rushing to get a ball inbounds after an opposing team's field goal and throwing it away.
Sure.
And tonight, alertly grabbed the ball out of the net and found an open Elijah Brown end game to get it to the right guy so we could have Elijah on the other end at the free throw line. That from a true freshman now, middle of the conference schedule or nearing it, that was a big moment for me watching that.
No question. And you go through these things in practice. You do a lot of situational work, but it's really hard to simulate what goes on in a game like that, the environment, the atmosphere, the adrenaline. And at times you're going to get mistakes. So you can go over it as many times as you want. Damian Jefferson has been in the gym nonstop shooting free throws. You can't simulate those 2 free throws he shot late. So you live and learn with some of those guys. You got to just keep making them understand it's all part of the process. It's all part of learning, going through it. It's not easy to have those experiences and have those misses late or make those mistakes because those kids beat themselves up. They really do. We've got a lot of character in that locker room, and so I was proud of the way Jalen handled that. I thought Coach did a phenomenal job of managing the game, late clock, late game. And like I said, that's a terrific team that's won a lot of ball games. And I expect to get a hell of a fight when we go back to their place later on this year.
Jalen was among several who missed late free throws in the loss here at home against Nevada. Now twice since then in closing out games, the true freshman Jalen Harris has gone to the line and knocked down a couple of free throws, and he did it again here tonight, and that's part of that maturation process too.
No question. And like I said, you just can't simulate it. You know what I mean? So for that kid to step up and make 2, that gives him confidence, and he's going to feel that next time he goes to the line late game. But like I said, Rob, it's for us to go through what we went through, and obviously it's been well documented and put all over the internet and everything else these days. But to go through that, bounce back, win 3 good games against 3 tough teams, I really like where we sit. I heard Jeff Grammer say the other day that we've been through probably the toughest 7-game schedule of anybody in league play. So to go through 8 now and be 5-3, I like where we are. But we got to keep doing our job and come in here on Tuesday and get another one.
Both Elijah Brown and Tim Williams with double-doubles tonight, and they did it in different ways. It looked like the length of Wyoming made it a little tougher on Tim than maybe it has been at some points as they sort of let him shoot early jump shots. But then you guys figured out a way to get him his post touches, and he was able to finish, in particular there toward the latter part of the first half.
Yeah, Coach is going to figure that out now. I mean, he's he's a wizard when it comes to those type things. He'll find ways to get guys catches in areas when teams are trying to do different things. And that goes along, as you guys know better than anybody, it goes along with all the different adjustments as part of the game. How are they playing us? What do we do to change that? And then vice versa down the other end of the floor. So you're constantly, I know we probably look like lunatics on the sideline, but you're constantly trying to make adjustments and figure things out. And I thought Coach did a phenomenal job getting him touches in the right areas, the right operating areas, and guys finding him the ball.
Okay, as a final thought, Utah State, your second shot at the Aggies, and they're in your building. It's the 9 o'clock game on Tuesday. To get a win over Utah State, what would you like to see from your Lobos?
Same thing. I think you got to play with, a lot of urgency, a lot of effort. I was really disappointed when we went up there earlier this season. I don't think we gave them our best shot. I thought we were probably a little bit jump shot early. Elijah got in foul trouble. That affected us. He hardly played in the second half. I don't think we gave them the best shot that we could. They're obviously a good team, well coached. But I know our guys are already talking about the locker room after the game. They can't wait for another shot at Utah State. And just looking forward to continuing this run that we're on right now and trying to do everything we can to keep winning ball games, keep putting ourselves in a good position. And if we play like we did tonight with the urgency we had, especially in the second half, we'll be just fine down the stretch.
Please give our best to Coach Neal. I know on Lobo Talk this week, he's trying to sit there as we're going through our hour, and he can't sit in one place. That he's trying to, switch the position and take the pressure off his back. You know how that can be.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed. He was squatting, talking to the team in a timeout, and he actually fell over because his back didn't hold up. So, he's got a lot of miles on that body. He played a lot of games, and he'll be just fine.
All right, Harry. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Coach.
Appreciate it.
Good luck Tuesday.
Chris Harriman, Lobo Associate Head Coach. Our guest, Delta Dental Coaches Comments, brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. Over 400,000 New Mexicans are covered by Delta Dental plans. For more info, log on to deltadentalnm.com. Timeout, 78-71. Lobos beat Wyoming in the pit. Back at Wise Pies Arena after this. Lobo basketball from Learfield. 78-71 final. Lobos defeat Wyoming in Wise Pies Arena. You're locked into Lobo basketball post-game show. Time for our State Farm Insurance combination of the game. When you have the right combination, great things happen like this. On the left wing, it's Lewis Adams. He can shoot the three. Has T-Dub on him. Drives the lane line. Tim sends it away with the rejection. Loose ball to eject. Ahead to Harris. Look away pass. And Damian Jefferson lays it in.
Nice find by Harris with a little look off.
Yeah. Is it a no look or look away? As he converts Harris to Jefferson in transition. The combination of the game presented by State Farm. Talk to an agent about combining your home and auto into a plan that's right for you. Here to help life go right. State Farm. Your Subway sub of the game tonight is Damian Jefferson. Jefferson with an outstanding performance, particularly second half. 3 of 4 floor, 1 of 1 deep, 0 for 2 foul line. With a rebound, he had 7 points. Damian Jefferson, your Subway sub of the game. Subway restaurants keep you going on and off the court. Stop in today. Back on the Lobo Basketball postgame show after this. 78-71, Lobos defeat Wyoming. Lobo Basketball from Learfield. Back to wrap it up on the Lobo Basketball postgame show from Wise Pies Arena, New Mexico 7. The final time to select our P&M Reliable Player of the Game. Tonight he poured in 33 points. P&M Reliable Player 88, Wyoming 71. Player of the game is Elijah Brown. To Tim Williams, 18 feet away. Left wing now to Jefferson. Damian hands it off to E.B. at the left point. 8 to shoot. Has the bigger knot on him. He's going to pull a three. Got it. Elijah with 28. His third long ball. E.B. saw the bigger man back off and said, you know what? I'll just dot a three on you. He's the P&M Reliable Player of the Game. Here for you in all of New Mexico. P&M. Reliable people, reliable power, reliable partner in our communities. Nationally, P&M consistently ranks among the best at keeping the lights on. Elijah Brown, the P&M Reliable Player of the Game tonight. That's going to wrap it up for us. Big thank you to Malik Taylor, our producer and engineer at Learfield, on-site engineer Michael Carlisle. I'm Robert Portnoy, broadcast partner Hunter Green. Hunter, this is really big. This kind of...
It's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah, it consolidates that great road swing. You win 2 games away. Now you come home, you defend your home court. The crowd really got into it tonight. That was a factor, too, the way that they sort of willed the Lobos to that key late second half run that stretched the lead to 9.
Oh, especially on the defensive end. And we look at the stats, and Joe Furstinger, he didn't score, but wow, did he come in with energy, had, 2 steals, a block. I think that kind of got the crowd going. I mean, that really got them off their feet and really electrified the pit. But it doesn't really show up in the stat sheet. It's unfortunate, but we know what he did and what he brings to the team.
It's his energy.
Yeah.
And, there's another little number there, too, in that offensive rebounding column. You talked about the way he taps out those loose basketballs and gets them out to Lobo guards so they can reset the offense. Don't discount that. 3 rebounds as well. He did a lot tonight.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. That's going to close it out for us. EB leads the team with 33 points, 10 boards. Great double-double. Tim Williams, 14 points, 11 boards. A double-double for T-Dub, 8 for Kuiper, 7 apiece for Harris and Jefferson, 5 for Hunter, 2 apiece for Logwood and a Jet for the Lobos. They defeat the Wyoming Cowboys here tonight at Wise Pies Arena. New Mexico improves to 12-8 on the year, 5-3 in the Mountain West, and the Lobos are now one half game behind the co-conference leaders Nevada and Boise State. New Mexico 5-3 with Fresno State, whom they've already beaten once this year, and they're tied with the Bulldogs behind the leaders, Boise State, Nevada, at 5-2. There's one half game separation. Yep, there's a trophy that is possible for the Lobos here regular season. They pursue a championship. Scott Stigler is next on the post-game overtime call-in show. He has all of your calls. He'll take them on the flagship station, 770 KKOB. Your final score for the final time tonight, New Mexico has won 3 consecutive games. They defeat Wyoming. The Lobos 78, the Cowboys 71. So long, everybody. You've been listening to Lobo Basketball from Lear for You.